Boom, we're live. Happy Monday, Wonder Fanatics. This is it. All roads lead to this. The championship is tonight in San Antonio, beautiful San Antonio, Texas. Is it beautiful? We don't know. At least we don't know right now because we're not there. Would have been fun to be there. We have friends that are going there, courtesy of Corporate Dudes. We'll be representing Wunderfan there tonight. But in the meantime, everyone else who's watching from home, whether you're watching the show live in South Africa, in California, in Alabama, wherever you are, welcome to the Wunderfan Show. Happy Monday, Wonder Fanatics. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful Monday. I actually think this is the best championship Monday in college sports because you know that there's the college football Monday, which is brutal. That day is brutal. It just always seems to sneak up on you. It's the most anticlimactic championship event, I think. I like tonight's. It just feels a lot better. I don't know why. It's not as cold. Right? It's a little light out. It's still light out when the tip-off starts here in California. That's always the case, which I'm biased about. I think that's great. But yeah, no, I'm with Joel Klatt, the college football analyst broadcaster. I think the college football championship should be done on just about New Year's. I think once New Year's happens, the next week, just give me NFL. If we're still talking college football after New Year's, like there's like, what if we had, this is not an original idea, not an original concept. I can't harp on it enough. What if every single college football national championship just happened at the Rose Bowl, right? Every single one was at the Rose Bowl. So the granddaddy of them all is back. It is the biggest achievement in college football at the most beautiful setting in all of sports, I think. American sports, that is. You have it right on New Year's Day. That's the Natty, and then the next day is observed. Maybe it's observed for, work or whatever, and then you go back to work. America goes back to work. Do your dry January, you do your whatevers for, 6 days or something, then boom, NFL playoffs start, you're back. I think that'd be a much easier way of life than shoving just 3 to 4 weeks of college football down our throats that we probably don't even need to see anymore. We might be past it. I think just kind of get it while it's hot, right? Put the granddaddy of them all right there on New Year's Day. Go out with a bang. Every year it could just be glorious. Whatever. That's my idea. Who cares what I have to say? But as far as college hoops goes, we have an awesome matchup tonight. It's Florida versus Houston. 2-1 seeds. Is it that bad anymore? We talked about it last week. It was so bad watching all these favorites come in. Like awful. So awful. Oh, thank you. Whoever's just joining on right now. If you're here to see who won the weekly contest, our $1,000 giveaway, we'll announce that in a little bit. But before, just got to talk shop. Is it so bad, the March Madness results as of now? I don't know if that's the case. Because riddle me this. Would you rather have a really good rounds 1 and 2 where it is madness upon madness? It is the marchiest March you've ever seen. But then the following weekends are pretty boring. It's pretty bleak. I don't want to say they're guaranteed blowouts, but it's like you're watching teams that maybe you don't care about anymore. It was fun for a few minutes watching Oakland or St. Petersburg or all these teams upset the big Titans of March. That was cool. But now that you're stuck with them, wouldn't you rather be stuck with some of the best players in the country? I don't know, because I have this sneaky suspicion that Walter Clayton Jr. is going to go off tonight. And watching him all month long has been nothing short of a gift. The dude is so talented and he's so awesome. It's been so awesome for us to watch. I don't care about Florida sports. I'm not an SEC guy. I went to Indiana. I live in Santa Monica. I don't really care. But I love this Florida team because Walter Clayton Jr. is so damn good. He's awesome. He makes people care. Same with LJ Cryer. The dude is sick for Houston. That whole Houston team, they're so gritty. They're so tough. There's just nothing about that Houston team that even if closely resembles the word soft at all. I think these are two of the best teams in all of March Madness. I think the Duke team has flaws. And obviously down the stretch, a little shaky. We saw that coming. You all saw that coming. That's why I was never really bought in. God, stupid now. Yeah, because they go to the Final Four. You never bought in. Obviously, Duke's good. And people are heralding this Duke team as one of the best Duke teams ever assembled. That could be true talent-wise. And if you look at a legacy perspective, whatever Cooper Flagg does with his career, plus, Nipple and the other guys on Duke, they have 3 to 4 guys going in the top 10, right? So there's no doubt in my mind this Duke team is talented. But we saw them almost fall apart against North Carolina. North Carolina, who had no business being in March Madness at all. North Carolina stole a bid from my Hoosiers because Duke failed to put the foot on the gas, to hammer down. They couldn't execute. They literally had a life-saving lane violation. That secured Duke's ACC title. They almost lost to North Carolina after having a 20-point lead going into the half. Cooper Flagg did not play. Very valid. Shouldn't the team, without Cooper Flagg, amidst all of its superstardom, shouldn't they have taken care of business anyways? One would think, if their team is so rock solid, Houston never, ever really had. I mean, they've lost a couple of times all year. They've never, in the last month, they really haven't shown one flaw. Other than the fact that sometimes it takes them a little while to get going to score. But, we're all cold. Walking into a gym, it takes us all a little bit to warm up. They're locked in on defense. Do not mistake their inability to shoot versus what they do to other teams. They force bad shots. They just walk in a little chilly. No big deal. And then, of course, if they come in hot like they did with Tennessee, they blow out incredible teams. Like that Tennessee team was amazing. And Houston just dismantled them. I don't know that's not true. I was going to say, I don't know what I think is going to happen tonight. I know exactly what's going to happen tonight. No, I know exactly what I think will happen, which has no effect on what will actually happen tonight. I think tonight's game will be like most Florida games. I think Houston's going to go out, a little bit of a run to start the game, and it's going to be tough for Florida to get going. Houston's so physical. Florida's big and athletic and awesome, talented, but Houston's just tough. And toughness prevails at first. That first rebound, that first box out, that's got Houston's name written all over it. And Florida will be challenged, definitely. Then Florida will get hot. And Houston, albeit they can score, but they don't have the ability to score at the same rate Walter Clayton Jr. and co can do, right? That dude is a star. That guy is, I'm sick of adding to the trend because at this point it sounds pretty unoriginal, but I think Clayton literally is the closest thing we have to Steph Curry. You could honestly say that about Trae Young too, if you wanted to, but we didn't see Trae Young carry a team through March Madness. Curry did, and Florida's good. Florida has some really good players surrounding them, but I don't think, I don't recall Oklahoma being short of talent when Trae Young was there. I think that team was pretty good still. They didn't win a game, right? I think Clayton can carry a team like Curry can, more so than Trae Young can. Granted, Trae Young's had a pretty good career. He almost What did they? They went to the Eastern Conference Finals. They almost went to the NBA Finals. A lot of teams have never even sniffed the playoffs. Ask anyone who's been drafted by the Wizards, the Hornets, the Jazz, Pistons this year, but Pistons prior. Some guys just have never even played in mid-April, right? After next week, they don't play. Walter Clayton is carried. He will be good in the NBA. I think he has the ability to do what Curry did early in his career. There's no way I can sit here right now and say Walter Clayton will have the exact same career as Steph Curry, arguably one of the greatest to ever do it of all time. But, there's just got an email from Walter Clayton saying, thanks for the love. No, this is another email. I should have silenced my phone. Anywho, the main thing is pretty simple. I think Walter Clayton is so good and arguably unguardable. And down the stretch, that will matter. That will really matter. So, yeah, I think here's game plan. Houston goes out on top to start the game, right? As they have shown all March. Defense, and toughness, and grittiness, and chippiness. It's hard to get by, right? It's going to be in the way. Then the shots will start falling for Florida, the big ones, deep ones, the dunks, the alley-oops, the crazy shots. You've seen them make all year long. Then Houston will get a little, I don't know, Jim. But then they'll figure it out, and they'll make it close. Then Florida will start they'll start taking some crazy shots. If they hit them, they'll win. And if they're not hitting them, Houston's cutting down the nets. Congratulations to Kelvin Sampson. 9 years in the making, or whatever it's been. Really, really awesome to see the program turn around. I think Florida wins this game. I do. I think Sampson did everything he could and went through pretty much a gauntlet. I'll say it. That was a tough. Both these teams went through some really hard matchups. Like every team they beat down the stretch could have been in the Final Four. I think UConn, if UConn beats Florida, they're probably in the Final Four. And of course, it went until they play Texas Tech, who also could have made the Final Four. Go on the other side. Houston beat Tennessee badly. Tennessee is a Final Four team. They were in my Final Four. RIP. They beat Gonzaga as well. That's a really good team. A lot of people had Gonzaga as a sneaky 8 seed all the way through. Unless, of course, we saw that it was just 1 versus 2, copy, paste, chalk, 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 chalk. Houston beat Purdue. Purdue was good. Purdue was close to beating them. And maybe that says more about Houston's, chokiness as well. But Houston showed at the end, X's and O's do matter. Kelvin Sampson the glue was dripping. Absolute perfect call, that inbound play to ice the game for Houston. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling about that. Okay, we're going to announce the winner of the giveaway in a second here. Before we do, I gotta talk about the NBA. I can't even fathom the West here, guys. I mean, this is insane. Let's pull up a standings real quick, will we? I mean, this is outrageous. Yeah. Let's share the screen, folks. This is a fun exercise. Watch this. Share my screen. Standings. Share. Hey, class, can everyone just see my screen? Okay. Thank you for telling me. Great. Okay. Look at this. I mean, the West. This is crazy. Look at this. Look at the West. So the only sure thing right now is OKC, who, by the way, have lost 2 in a row. And you're like, well, yeah, but that's, who cares, right? Who cares? Who cares? You're in the playoffs. It's going to be great. Well, guess what? Those 2 games they've lost are to real teams, hungry teams that want to win. Not saying Houston doesn't want to win, but come playoffs, when everyone's starving, the hungry dog runs faster. Well, what do you do if you've spent the whole month of March and April just coasting? Are you really ready for the playoffs? Or is it going to take a few games to let that, kick in where you're like, oh crap, this is an elimination game? Because if I remember correctly, last year, OKC was so far and away the most inexperienced team in the league. They were the 1 seed and they got zapped in the second round. They swept the Pelicans. That's a very different situation this year. There is no a Pelican adjacent team in the West, because in the West, the 8th seed is probably going to be Memphis, Minnesota, Warriors, Clippers, or perhaps even the Nuggets are all eligible to be that 8th seed. That is crazy. Excuse me. Even the Lakers are eligible to be an 8th seed. If the Lakers were to slide and somehow find themselves in a 7-8 death match for the play-in and they lose, and then they just play the winner of Kings Mavericks or Suns Mavericks or Blazers, whoever the hell is trying to squeak in, and the Lakers are playing the Thunder first round, give me the Lakers every single time. You understand how insane this is? A 3 seed could also be an 8 seed. Just like how an 8 seed could also be a 3 seed at this any time. It's just the fragility of the standings right now. I don't think we've ever seen something like this where we've seen 8 seeds go far. We've seen 8 seeds go to the finals. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it doesn't. The standings have never mattered less for these teams because all these teams have the exact same record. Yet, I would say an 8-seeded Lakers probably fares a lot better than a 4-seeded Clippers, but they have the same record. Lakers are a lot better than the Clippers, right? The Warriors choked horrifically last night. Steph Curry had a whopping 3 points. That's what happens if Steph Curry has 3 points, or better yet, if Steph Curry just doesn't play. If he's not involved, well, the Warriors are pretty limited. Granted, they only lost by 10. So if Curry has 14, they probably win the game. He had 3. I don't think we'll ever see that again for the rest of the year from Curry. I don't think we'll ever see that again for the rest of his life, where he has 3 points in a basketball game in April, especially after he plays the entire game. But dude, look at this. I mean, the East, by the way, it's still kind of similar. As soon as you get down here, it's like, all right, I think the East looks pretty normal to what we see out of most playoffs every year, right? So the East, because let's see, you got Bulls, Heat. Okay, they're probably that's probably set in stone. Play the winner of Magic, Hawks, or whatever, loser of that game. I mean, doesn't matter. The Cavs are gonna. Looks like the Cavs, there's 4 games left and they have a 4-game lead. They probably have the 1 seed. That's locked up. Then you have, by the way, Cavs have only played 1 overtime game all year. That's crazy. Imagine that. You're just clutch. You don't have to go to overtime. They won it. Some teams have, like the Knicks, have been to 7 overtime games. How many of those times do you think they had the lead and blew it? Or perhaps they just couldn't do anything? See what the Warriors overtime is. Warriors, 1 overtime game. Interesting. I think that says something about you. The Nuggets are a little more, we don't know. 5-1. They've won all their overtime games, but are they going to get lucky, continue to stay lucky? We don't know. Anywho. All right. That's that about the standings. Pretty cool. I mean, just how crazy it all is out there. That's insane. Okay, let's enough flirting here. Stop wasting your time. Let's announce a winner of the $1,000 giveaway here on the Wunderfan Show. If you're just joining us right now, we are going to announce the winner of our $1,000 giveaway. We do this every week on the Wunderfan app. If you have no idea what the Wunderfan app is, but you're, I guess, watching the show, Wunderfan is the sponsor of the Wunderfan Show. Go figure. But Wunderfan's an app, best sports fan rewards app out there. Literally earn just for doing stuff you'd already be doing. Get paid to watch sports. Instantly watch or simply watch, instantly earn, get paid, watch sports, repeat. Rinse and repeat. Wunderfan. We also give money away. This will be our last contest for a little bit, I think, though. We'll be revamping those up later on, but this is our last $1,000 giveaway. Thank you to all who have participated. We will be bringing these back before you know it, but for now, we're going to take a pause and just do other contests of other material value. Yeah. So without further ado, let's spin that wheel and have ourselves a fantastic final giveaway. Here we go. Spinning. Wheel's been spun. All right. The winner of the last $1,000 giveaway for the moment, but just for right now, is none other than, great name, Porter Perry. Congratulations if you're watching this live, Mr. Porter Perry. Not to be confused with Perry the Platypus. I think he's just a regular dude, Porter Perry. Great name. You have won the $1,000 giveaway. Congratulations to Porter Perry. We'll be contacting you shortly. For everyone else that entered, thank you for entering. Good try. Stay tuned for more contests, more ways to win, more ways to earn on the Wunderfan app. And let's enjoy the national championship. NBA playoffs are starting. The Masters. It's an amazing time of year. Have at it. Download Wunderfan. Earn for all of it. You might as well. If you're watching it on TV, you might as well just make a few bucks doing it. All right. That's it. Cheers.